We are built for this network, for the strong, not the weak.
The zone, man.
Said I woke up feeling too handsome. I'm the man in the end song. Like Shawty don't want me to dance with her. I take my pants off. Like she don't want me to get too close because she scarred. Cause her last nigga had broke her heart. It's not my fault. Yeah, I play my part like the last song. I walk on beats like damn son. She, what you find is please. She all on my dick, all on my dick. It's a little bit personal, yeah. And I hope you notice I've been working, oh yeah. I'm a Chico going beast mode, automatic like a free throw, gon' stop me. Looking too good with them jeans on through the peephole, tryna beat it like Rocky. She was tryna apologize, told her it's okay in a way you could give away the top too sloppy. I be tryna be on your body, I'm tryna get naughty. When you come home, oh she, look at the plain Jane. She wanna stay, but I cut on my wrist. Used to cuddle the bitch. Yeah, look how I switch. I'm focused on me and I'm walking on beats. Now look what I did. Was broke as fuck, I mean broke as fuck, it's no lie. The cold shit, I just roll up and get high. Yeah. How you sell? I see blue grass and green skies. Told the niggas I was up next, now young and popping up like I woke up feeling too handsome. I'm the man in the end song. Like Shawty don't want me to dance with her. I take my pants off. Like she don't want me to get too close because she scarred. Cause her last nigga had broke her heart. It's not my fault.
It's that Mad Knox music.
Panoramic view of the world, man. Yeah, it's just me and my girlfriend. A nigga staying cool as the earth spin. Middle finger up, shit. I'm just living life. Panoramic view of the world, man. Yeah, it's just me and my girlfriend. A nigga staying cool as the earth spin. Middle finger up, shit. I'm just living life. 4 feet of swag in the third dimension. No limitations. My thoughts are expensive. The devil trying to sabotage, but I handle business. Always had a weakness for half-naked women. No stranger to the concept of paradise. Drinking on, carry on, this shit feels right. Boss mode forever, trendsetters. It's the new era, spinning plenty of cheddar. Jersey playboy, I'm dope, I'm way better. Oh, this is chess, not checkers. Fly shit, another stamp on the passport. Lambo the same color as a motherfucking teleport. Panoramic view of the world, man. Yeah, it's just me and my girlfriend. A nigga staying cool as the earth spin. Middle finger up, shit. I'm just living life. Panoramic view of the world, man. Yeah, it's just me and my girlfriend. A nigga staying cool as the earth spin. Middle finger up, shit. I'm just living life. Courtside, watch the Nets play the Heat. Young nigga preach, stand out the black sheep. Skills on fire, some burnt up fish grease. So I could care care less about the gossiping. I'm important like humans needing oxygen. Peak game, putting points on the scoreboard. So handsome, I'm plotted on by these whores. Riding out, yeah, I'm on my high horse. Legendary shit, this I will die for. Empire State, chilling on the top floor. So major, living large, 40 acres. I take the money over being famous. Ahead of my time, y'all niggas outdated. I'm God's favorite, strip club connoisseur. Let the champagne pour, we could take a bath in it. Shiz round, treat a name, yeah, no gimmicks. Panoramic view of the world, man. Yeah, it's just me and my girlfriend. A nigga staying cool as an earth spin. Middle finger up, shit, I'm just living life. Panoramic view of the world, man. Yeah, it's just me and my girlfriend. A nigga staying cool as the earth spin. Middle finger up, shit, I'm just living life.
We just living life.
I'm just living life.
Rest in peace to my brother Chiz Roundtree.
I'm just living life.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Theory of the Culture Show right here on Built for This Radio YouTube channel. Brought to you by, fueled by, powered by Built for This Network for the strong, not the weak, and In the Zone Entertainment. We are streaming live right now on that Roku streaming TV and Amazon Fire TV, as well as Kick right now. Kick streaming service. We are simulcasting right now. I am your host, DJ Mad Knox, the crown holder. Appreciate y'all all for coming in, rocking with your boy, you know what I mean, of this here Theory of the Culture Show. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, do all of that, please. Get these numbers up. Keep that algorithm going. We are on TikTok at Built for This Network on TikTok. You know what I mean? So follow your boy on there. Follow your boy on there. It's some good content we post up on there. Shout out to everyone on the team that's posting up content. Shout out to Nadi and the game crew, Sir Bam Bam, Sam Mitchell. Man, just adding a great addition to the network and in that sense of bringing what they bring here far as on Built for This Network. We got the number one Chief Rocker, co-CEO of this here thing, Built for This Network. You know what I mean? He is on driving. Be safe on that road, brother, please. We got Zulu Kaz, Chief Executive Officer, Chief Founding Officer, Chief Operation Officer, Chief Sporting Field Reporter, all of that shit. Jungle Brother in the building. What's going on, Jungle? Appreciate you for coming in. We got DJ Poetic Sins, or she got Poetic Sins, but she is a DJ, president of creative operations here of Built for This Network, In the Zone Entertainment. Appreciate you, Poe, for rocking with me. She hitting the roll as well. Background listening. Please be safe. It's hot as hell, so please be safe. We got 305 representing X Squad, representing Miami, also cheerleader of the Pacers. Yeah, I said it. Miss Mocha Bella in the building. What up, Mocha Bella? I appreciate you for coming in, rocking with me. Who else in the building? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. We got my brother, DJ. Hold on. My phone is starting to tweak up. Oh, here you go. My brother representing Philly, big time Giants fan. You know what I mean? He the low key Giants fan. He the one that, you know what I mean, say something, but you don't see him say something. You know what I mean? But has great content, great shows, great inspirational shows. Fire. Make sure you follow him as well. DJ King Royal in the building. Appreciate you, King Royal, rocking with me. Oh, he's representing that WBRP as well. You know what I mean? Representative. So appreciate you. My brother, hip hop extraordinaire from Minnesota. Everything Minnesota out there. You know what I mean? Boxing extraordinaire. My brother RC in the building. What's up, RC? Appreciate y'all for coming in, rocking with your boy, man. I appreciate the love. Appreciate the love today. For real, for real. Yeah, man. Hey, listen, you know me, man. I'm not new time alert. I know I was a little late today, but the new time of theory of the culture now, I'm moving from 4:30 to 4 o'clock because I know it's the summertime and it's hot as hell, and people either moving or shaking and moving, and I don't be trying to hold y'all. I just be trying to get my opinions out based on whatever news that come across this here airwaves of what we call an internet. You feel what I'm saying? So, with that being said, you gonna hear my opinion, and this is solely my opinion only. You know what I mean? Certain stuff that I do talk about is allegedly, because I don't know really what happened until more details come out. So, again, on this channel, we go by allegedly, and we just reporting what's already being reported out there. You know what I mean? So I got my beautiful, awesome chat room who can give me more insight. If they have more insight, they could put it in real time right here in the chat room, and I will definitely read it. You know what I mean? Shout out to all my background listeners, overseas listeners, everybody who's rocking with Built for this radio network. Please continue to share. Please share. So let's get right into it, man. One of the elephants in the room on the internet that a lot of people thought Diddy was going to sit there and sing like motherfucking KC and JoJo out this motherfucker. He refused to testify. You know what I mean? The judge asked him more than once. You know what I mean? And he went with the advisory of his lawyers. He said he doesn't want to testify. And his whole defense team ain't even bring up a witness. They feel real confident into Diddy about to go home. You know what I mean? I talked about this a little bit on the Jersey Connect show yesterday with me and Chief Rocker. Now, I think today they had off. Tomorrow is going to be, I guess they're going to sort out what charges they really going to commit him with. A lot of people don't see RICO in this sense, you know what I mean? So, I don't know what the prosecution is really going to charge him on. But how it's looking like it's just Puff on some kinky sex shit. A lot of people saying, you know what I mean, a lot of this shit was consensual. We don't know. They saying the closing remarks happens, I believe, Friday. So the closing remarks, they come back, you know what I mean? Or they might be, yeah, I think that's the case. They come back. I'm sorry, I'm at work, so if y'all hear horns and stuff, people is really just not moving their vehicles, and I apologize for that. But yeah, it's like I'm guessing before the jury comes back, because they supposed to come back Thursday, they supposed to lay it all out for the jury, basically what they gonna charge with or whatever the case may be. I think closing remarks is Thursday, and then Friday supposed to be a deliberation of all whatever they gonna lay out. You feel what I'm saying? So this is the final countdown, so to say. So would it be would a verdict be in at least by the 4th of July? The judge is hoping so, by the holiday, but if not, it might have to go maybe a little past the holidays. We don't know. But it is crazy. It is crazy. In that sense of, and the trial went pretty, like, shout out to the judge, you know what I mean? The trial it was lengthy enough, he kept a lot of things moving. You know what I mean? Even the little sidebars and sidetracks they did have with certain jury members and stuff like that. The judge just kept this thing all the way moving. You feel what I'm saying? And shout out to him for pressing on like that. Me personally, I know a lot of people have to read transcripts and go by reading transcripts and stuff. I wish this was streamed. You feel what I'm saying? So we can kind of get a sense of people body language, how they were and all that good stuff. But we can only, due to the fact it's federal doesn't allow cameras in the courtroom. You know what I mean? So we're just gonna have to rock out with what we rock out with based on whatever it is. But you know, prayers to all. I don't know what's gonna happen. We all gonna definitely be on the edge of our seats with this one. And the closing remarks is pretty much going. Excuse me. The closing remarks is pretty much gonna dictate how either guilty or not guilty Puffy is. And that's basically on the prosecution level. You know what I mean? Because if you're trying to prove that this man was transporting sex workers and racketeering and all this stuff, which that's the major shit y'all really trying to get this man on, you gonna have to swing for the fences. And I don't for based on transcripts of what I seen and read, we don't know. We don't know. It's like, you know, even when certain people got cross-examined by the defense team and stuff, the defense team made it seem like a lot of people, well, I won't say people, a lot of women that Puff encountered with and had freakos with, they consented that stuff with Puff. You know what I mean? From the Cassies to the Miss Janes and all these other people who, you know what I mean, Puff was paying rent and doing all this stuff he was doing, you know what I mean? So it's just a thing with that. I don't know how that's gonna go, but again, prayers to all. RC says sadly they have a new ninja lined up after this Diddy ish is over. Tyler Perry could be next. And you know what? RC, thank you for that transition, because that's on my list now. Tyler Perry, $260 million lawsuit is going to not only, I'm guessing it's basically Tyler Perry himself in the studio, right? Because that's what allegedly adds up to the 260, because he's suing for sexual harassment at the workplace and Tyler Perry individually. So the name Derek Dixon, who played in the Oval, I forgot his character name in that thing. You know what I mean? But he played basically the homosexual homeless guy in the Oval who got, you know, mixed up in certain shit and wound up, you know what I mean, being in the drama. And the whole time, I'm sure everybody in the chat room in the background done read, because they done leak. He done leaked certain text messages, which I should say certain edit text messages of this whole thing. And to me, it sound like, and I ain't in nobody's bedroom, and again, this is allegedly, but if I'm reading this based on one of the things that I read in that text message, that stood out to me where he told homeboy, hey, when we get to work, it's Mr. Perry, it's not Tyler, because I don't want the other cast to be knowing that we have these personal talks. We got to maintain professionalism at all time. You know what I mean? XYZ. Sound like to me, he hit. Tyler Perry hit. You know what I mean? The dude said he came to Tyler's house one day. I guess they was having some type of gathering or whatever the case may be. He got super drunk, slept in the guest room. Tyler came in and started rubbing on his dye and everything else. And to me, it sounded like y'all had something going on. Like, this is, and I'm not trying to make it like, it's just like, okay, it's two dudes. It is what it is. But it's just like if a dude and a female, you feel what I'm saying? If she mad at Tyler, you know what I mean, for being standoffish or whatever and trying to keep a certain level of professionalism and not show favorites and all this other shit, and on certain verge of certain things, you know what I mean? Tyler was gonna probably plug old boy up in a matter of time. No pun intended. You know what I mean? Put him with certain people in the room or whatever the case may be. So to me, it sounded like homeboy ain't get what he want, got mad at Tyler. You know what I mean? I don't know, it was other sexual harassment, all the other sexual harassment suits that came because he's saying it was in a work environment and stuff like that. So is it just more than Tyler Perry? You feel what I'm saying? But you going after the big cheese, which is understandable. But it sounded like to me Tyler Perry hit and you bitter about it. You know what I mean? And Tyler is getting ready moved on. Y'all, whatever, how y'all met, Tyler seen you in the audience. He pointed you out. You know what I mean? You told him what you trying to do, XYZ. The man sat there, gave you plugs, put you in a position, put you on one of the premiere shows, made you a decent character in the shows, getting you some legs and you're acting on. You know what I mean? It sounded like Tyler hit. That's overall. It sounded like Tyler hit. You know what I mean? That's what's crazy about this whole thing. Jungle Brother says it's hard to say Cassie consented when we all see a video of her running for her life down the hallway, being chased and beaten by Puff, then dragged back to the room. Okay, that's true, Jungle, but there's also certain text messages that was presented in a transcript of Cassie saying she wanted to do a freak off. It was one particular one where she Puff asked her, are you down to do a freak off without doing any drugs? And she said yes. So you know what I mean? The defense team is making it seem like, yo, she was already with the get down. You feel what I'm saying? And she was willing to do whatever Puff said to make Puff happy. Puff ain't really forced her, but if she was trying to make Puff happy, being his girlfriend, she was doing that on her own free will and accord. You feel what I'm saying? So that's how they trying to paint the picture. You know what I mean? With the whole Cassie thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, for real. She said a lot of people say Cassie should have had left sooner, but Stockholm syndrome is serious and real. Yeah, yeah. And see, and RC, you brought that up. That's what his defense team is saying. All these women that Puff encountered, you feel what I'm saying? Far as doing sexual acts and whatever the case may be, they wind up still staying where they had the ability to go, which in the case of Cassie was like she couldn't leave. The time she wanted to leave when she was trying to date Kid Cudi and all that stuff, Puff had Kid Cudi fucking car blown up and shit like that. So that was a whole ordeal there, which Kid Cudi came and testified that him and Puff had talks after the fact. Cudi asked Puff, what about his car? Puff looked at Cudi like, what car? And that was the end of the conversation. You know what I mean? So I don't know how that, you know what I mean? Like I said, all of this stuff is going to be recanted in the closed remarks tomorrow, which is, like I said, everybody is pretty much going to be glued to the TV looking for the transcripts of this whole thing. You know what I mean? For real. Jungle Brother say, RC, it's hard to question. She should have had ran sooner. When you see the video, what happened when she tried to leave? If that was her first time leaving, she wouldn't have to sneak out of fear. Well, based on her testimony, Jungle, it been times where she ran a couple of times back home to to her mom's house, and he came and got her. To a certain friend's house where he came and got her, they bum rushed the fucking house and all that shit, and the woman left in fear. So, you know what I mean? He threatened the mother that, you know what I mean, he was gonna put sex tapes out of Cassie, where the mother wound up, he said he wanted 20 grand. Her mom, Cassie's mom, mortgaged her home out, got the 20 grand to pay Puff not to release them videos of Cassie having sex. You know what I mean? So, but wound up giving the money back. So, you know, like I said, it's going, bruh, I don't, you know, and that is that part of RICO? Is that really a part of RICO, implementing your will and power and your fear, or, you know what I mean, or whatever the case may be? I don't know, but it's crazy. RC say, true Jungle, that part of Stockholm Syndrome, he basically turned her out like a pimp. And 9 times, okay, the lady, Miss Jane, she was having, I guess, freak offs long as Puff paid for her rent and everything else and all her luxury, lavish living that she wanted to do. You feel what I'm saying? And with this Miss Jane chick, it was one text message which she sounded like she was orchestrating a freak off. You feel what I'm saying? So, hey, bro, this thing of this Puff thing is gonna be crazy. Jungle Brother says, explain why she's running away. Then if she's not consenting. It was, for what was told, it was another person in the room. I'm guessing they had a freak off that night. Puff fell asleep. You know what I mean? Because you see him running out with the towel. I'm guessing it was one of them days where she probably ain't want to do it, or whatever the case may be, because Puff at this time was on drugs, is what they saying. He was high, he was whatever they was doing. And then she tried to get the fuck out of there in the midst of all of that. You know what I mean? And I'm guessing when he came to, or whoever the person was in the room, woke Puff up like, hey, your girl trying to leave type shit. He ran, grabbed a towel, grabbed her up, and that's what you see on the video. You know what I mean? So that shit is crazy to me. Jungle Brother said, forcing someone to have sex against her will, using your organization funds and facilities to commit a crime is a RICO, a plain and simple. Yeah, and they also trying to get them a transport, and where they have using, where he was using his alias and the company funds also to fly certain sex workers or whoever in to either where they was at, Miami or LA. You feel what I'm saying? So that's another ordeal too. You know what I mean? That's a whole nother ordeal too. So we don't know. We don't know what's really gonna happen in this thing. Again, prayers out to all of the victims and everyone involved. You feel what I'm saying? That had to recant and open the band-aid right back up. You feel what I'm saying? If they from the abuse, I should say. Because at the end of the day, Puff was actually whooping these girls' ass too. You feel what I'm saying? Like, let's not forget that part. Not only, you know what I mean, he forcing them to have sex, but he's fucking sitting there verbally and physically abusing these people, like Jungle said. And I don't know if that part is, you know what I mean, gonna be the thing that gets him time in jail. I'm thinking, you know what I mean, wasn't the definitely the drugs and the guns, they brought that up too, you know what I mean, with the officers that raided the house. So that makes me think they're gonna definitely have a part in that with the drugs and guns, because they talking about the kid that actually was the drug mule, sort of say, for Puff, was a low-key assistant. They got him, he was getting ready to take one of Puff planes, and they found a shitload of drugs on him. You know what I mean? And the dude used to play fucking college basketball for Jim Boeheim and shit. Never got no burn, but he was on the fucking team and shit. You know what I mean? So this guy was basically the drug connect at Puff Whole Enterprise, but they never. I don't even know what deal they cut this motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying? But he ain't. I don't even think he got some bullshit like certain community service. If he pleads guilty to something and he can't, I forgot what they call it. I gotta look it up again. But it's certain things where he got to go to a certain program, complete the program, and the whole arrest record that he has will be blemished from his fucking deal. Like, if you talk about connection for the complexion thing, or whatever, however you say it, that was it. This man get busted with a shitload of drugs based on, okay, your testimony is this. And I think they call it, because this was his completely first charge too. So with his first charge, he gets that little, what they, I call it a little pass. I call it a little pass. You know what I mean? That's, you know, I call it a little pass. But yeah, man. Oh, that's a Twitch thing. I mean, a Kick thing. Shout out to people who's watching on Kick right now. We are new over there. Follow us if you on Kick. Built for this network as well. You know what I mean? Kick is like Twitch. It's just, you know what I mean? You're kicking it. So we try to get some videos uploaded on there. But yeah, man. I tell you, this is not gonna be. It could be good or bad for Puff. And I'm gonna tell you, based on how the defense didn't present no witness, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's what's making it hard, because they didn't present no witness whatsoever. You feel what I'm saying? They didn't. So and that's kind of a bold statement to say, like, yo, we feel strongly enough that y'all took this man turned his life upside down just to prove that he was having freaky sex with a bunch of baby oil and shit like that. That's basically what they're saying. Like, all this shit y'all talking about is a bunch of freaky sex shit, which is not illegal, and everybody who y'all bringing up is basically consented into doing the shit. Yeah, it was alarming. Only Kanye West showed up for him. Yeah, I said that yesterday, RC, on the Jersey Connect show. This is my whole thing. With Puff, all these people you called your brother, the Khaleds, the Rick Rosses, the fucking French Montanas, and all these other people. Not one of them motherfuckers showed up to not one court date. You see what I'm saying? Not one. But Kanye. And I don't even know if anybody is in business with Kanye. But I'm going to tell you this, Puff. If you do get a chance to come out of jail, if you're found not guilty in this shit, it's best for you to do the Russell Simmons thing and move the fuck out the country, bro. Because I don't think nobody wants you to be the face of their company. If anybody does do business, I don't even think nobody's gonna do business with you no more. You know what I mean? That's just my personal opinion, but shit could change. But based on certain celebrities and shit that probably didn't know you was filming this shit, that you could have risked their brands and everything else because you was filming this shit, which they thought they was just at a party getting their motherfucking freak on, but you really fucking filming this shit just to have some shit on them, just in case some shit go down. Bro, I take whatever money you got, because I know you got some ends, because you got a hell of a team that you definitely got to pay. Take whatever money you got, do the Russell Simmons, bro. Go over there to Bali or whatever country and just rebuild there, man. Denounce your citizenship, bro. Denounce your citizenship of the US of A. You know what I mean? And just go over there, bro. For real. Just go over there. I personally believe that's where you should go. You should not be showing your face back in LA or fucking Miami for that part. Because now, even if the feds lose this case, they gonna be watching every fucking thing you do, bro. Everything. You gonna be motherfucking the most watched motherfucker ever, bro. For real. So it's best for you to move the fuck out the country, for real. You know what I mean? Jungle Brother said if the defense would have put someone on the stand saying Puff a good guy, the prosecution would have parade hundreds of folks with their stories, Puff doing them dirty, starting with Mace and Shine. Yeah. I mean, Kanye showing up speaks big time values. Big time value. You feel what I'm saying? Big time value. RC said there's no coming back from this. My opinion, even if he's found out guilty, but I agree, leave the country. Yeah, RC, we on the same page with that. He gotta leave, bro. He gotta leave. You stay here, all eyes is gonna be on him. Word to Tupac. Every move. You can't go in no buildings no more. You like any business you trying to reconciliate or rebrand or reconcile with, that you too hot. Your whole reputation right now is not good at all, bro. For real. It's not good. Just based, and okay, let's take just based on, again, folks knowing that, yo, you might got them in a compromising position, even with the tapes, and you want motherfucking recording telling your son in street code to move certain shit around. So you still got motherfucking certain tapes and shit out there on certain motherfuckers. You, bruh, you not to be trusted no more. You're not to be trusted no more. You, bruh, go ahead, man. Go ahead. Go get out the country. You know what I mean? I don't know if you want to denounce your citizenship. That's up to you, because I know you got daughters and families and shit over here. But, bruh, you can't stay here. You got to go. You got to leave. You got to leave. That's if you're found not guilty. You know what I mean? For real. But as far as this Tyler Perry shit, this Tyler Perry thing sound like Tyler Perry done hit old boy. You know what I mean? And I'm, whatever the case may be, Tyler sleep with whoever Tyler want to sleep with. But it sounds like a $260 million suit sounds like a whole money grab thing based on you being bitter of something. That's a high damn number. That's a high damn number for an individual. And based on text messages that you yourself had explored or exposed, bro, it sounded like you and Tyler Perry had a relationship. I don't know what type of relationship, but y'all probably had some freaky shit going on, and he hit. It sounded like to me when the man telling you, "Hey, keep it professional when we go to work. I don't want the rest of the cast to know we've been having whatever XYZ, or we've been cool talking, kumbaya. Is when you come there, is Mr. Perry, we keep him," and you agreed to it. Yeah, totally agree. Sound like he hit. That's all I'm saying. So we'll see how that come out. For real. Mocha Bella said, I know the diddler won't be having no sex parties if he's found out guilty. Shit, me, I don't even know. That dude, he probably doing some freaky shit in the motherfucker now. You know what I mean? You think that stopping Puff for getting his shit off? Knowing he's a person who's bisexual anyway? You know what I mean? Shit. That's why I said he gonna be all right. Shout out to April Showers in the building. April Showers was on the Jersey Connect last night. Radio Gold, you know what I mean? Appreciate you. Poetic Sin said Diddy will be guilty of something. Yeah, he will be. They definitely gonna find something. That's one thing about a whole federal prosecution. They gonna find something on him. With the plea agreement they first brought to him, he already shot that down. So with this trial, and again, this trial is pretty much all over the place with the he said, she said, was consent, was not consent, was, you know what I mean, was the transportation really a transportation of him flying people in? Was there a racketeering due this whole ordeal? It's funny that way. But the government will find something to try to convict them with, for real. April Shower said the government made a smart move, dropped the smaller state charges. The federal charges will hold up. Yeah, for sure. So, because they, at the end of the day, a lot of his civil suits and shit is gone too. You know what I mean? So we don't know. Speaking of lawsuits, since it's lawsuit slinging out here, Fat Joe is being sued as well. His former hype man, go by TA. I'ma just say TA because I don't want to put Yeah, y'all can do y'all research. I'm just going by TA. TA was a longtime friend of Terror Squad. He's Fat Joe hype man. He co-wrote certain songs on certain albums and everything. Basically, what the guy TA is suing Fat Joe for, I think is like every bit of like 20 million based on uh back royalties, all that stuff he's being presented. Also, the homeboy TA is dropping dimes on Fat Joe saying he messed with young girls. And the young girls, which is they put in it, I guess, 3 Jane Does, is willing to testify on this shit. One of the Jane Does was every bit of 16 years old, which Fat Joe has a lyric on one of the albums that, you know, the girl, I don't know if he was hitting the girl, but I know he was receiving oral sex from the girl. You know what I mean? So, and I think he had put her up in a condo next to where him and his wife was living at, somewhere in Miami or something like that. So the homeboy TA is dropping all types of motherfucking dimes on this motherfucker. You know what I mean? I just read something too about Fat Joe's entourage. A couple of them had phone conversations where that transcript came out of the back and forth of shit, which now is going to be rolled up into 50 Cent's hype man, Tony Yayo, who they was talking about in the whole conversation too. You feel what I'm saying? So Tony Yayo might be involved in this whole Fat Joe shit based on, I don't know if they're going to call him to testify, if they're going to do certain shit, but all I know is, like, the guy TA is suing Fat Joe. He's also got a lawsuit against Rock Nation. I think because Rock Nation, Jay-Z's company, was managing Fat Joe at the time where like certain songs are all the way up and all that stuff was ringing on, and the guy wasn't getting paid because he said he got it on tape that he put all the way up together. You know what I mean? So we just gonna see how that's gonna play out with Fat Joe. That's still more to come as well. You feel what I'm saying? But in fact, and the crazy part is one of the lyrics that Fat Joe said he was messing with a 16-year-old is coming off the album. I think the album was that alleged album had like a couple of records on it, but it was on I can't think of the name of the album, but it had like when he revented, he came out with Make It Rain and all of them other records, you know what I mean? But he is in the bars. It's in the bars. So y'all could do y'all Google search on that, you know what I mean? And let me know y'all take on it next time I come on. You feel what I'm saying? I would love to hear y'all opinions on it. April Showers from the April Showers Network, shout out to y'all, said all charges were proven. They went back to the drawing board to make sure he don't walk. Yeah, you know that's how they go. She asking where were the parents? I don't know. I don't know. That's why I say it's more to come out. This everything that's being said is coming out through the hype man, the guy TA that was rocking with Joe for all these years. You feel what I'm saying? He's dropping. He's telling ALL. He's telling it all. I don't know if you know what I mean. You want to call him a snitch or you want to call him a disgruntled employee. I don't know how that's going down, but all I know, they said, and they putting it on a RICO. in the sense of a RICO. They got him up for a RICO as well, in the sense of he was using certain funds in his company, you know what I mean, to maneuver certain things of paying for transportation with girls and all of this other stuff. And this guy TA has all the receipts on it. So so and Rock Nation is being that they manage Joe, which now I'm hearing that they trying to distance themselves from Fat Joe a little bit now based on what he got going on. Their name is being dragged in this shit. I'm gonna tell you this: far as management is concerned, management only books. You hire a manager to handle certain things. You know what I mean? I don't know if he hired Rock Nation to handle a lot of his business affairs, but I know on the music side, they handle a lot of stuff as far as the music side of things. Now, Fat Joe is the CEO of Terror Squad Entertainment. So again, I don't know what he hired Rock Nation for, but if Rock Nation did have a little cut a check here, you know what I mean, export that there type deal, then yeah, that might not look good for Rock Nation at all. Might not look good for Rock Nation at all, for real. And it's just not good. For real, it's just not good. It's really like a lot of lawsuits slinging out here. Jungle Brother say Fat Joe got a song I Won't Tell. It's a banger, but he's but might not bang in his defense with some of the lyrics. That's the song. Thank you, Jungle. I Won't Tell. I Won't Tell. Y'all go and hear that song where he said Shorty was 16 and everything. You know what I mean? He even talk about the oral sex and, you know what I mean, if she was dealing with somebody and all that other stuff. You know what I mean? And the crazy part is that whole thing about that is you got a whole wife out here, bro. You know what I mean? You got a whole wife out here. If you really put this girl up and was paying her rent and stuff condo wise and right next to where you and your family live at, boy, you got some motherfucking cojones on you. You got some cojones on you, bro. For real. That shit is a dangerous game. Is a real dangerous game. Mokabella said, I see you can't trust your hype man. My thing is, if he been with Joe 10, 20, whatever plus years, helped Joe write a lot of songs or whatever, and he even said he was giving certain songs up and his publishing up and everything else to where Joe wasn't paying none of his guys. Like this guy TA, he went on another podcast saying he wasn't never the yes man. All the other people, you know what I mean, they worship Joe. You know what I mean? They kiss Joe's ass, basically. But he wasn't one of those. So Joe couldn't, you know what I mean, handle his mouth. But Joe wasn't, they was overseas. He said Joe wasn't paying them per diem. He was calling up certain management and offices and stuff. They was like, talk to your boss because we cut him the check. So In the sense of that, Mocha, what you saying, I get what you're saying, but if you're not feeding your guys, what you want your guys to do? Because this man say he was fighting with the landlord and his wife, not like backed up on bills and shit. And he going out of town doing these shows, opening up for Fat Joe, performing his own records, opening up for Fat Joe, plus being on the road with Joe, singing these songs next to him, and you not paying him? That's crazy. You feel what I'm saying? That's like Flavor Flav ain't getting no check for all them years he was hype manning for Chuck D out this motherfucker. You think that would have went good for Chuck? Knowing Flav was really like, you was lyrically dope, but you know, Flav had that extra sauce pause on them motherfucking records. Flav bought that edge of Public Enemy. You know what I mean? One of the best hype men in the business is Flavor Flav. No doubt about it. So even, hell, Jay-Z was paying fucking Memphis Bleak, being his fucking hype man at one time when Bleak was down there hot, well, coming off of hotness off his own album and got cold, and Jay was doing a tour and Bleak was on stage, you know what I mean? Hype manning them up. You gotta feed these guys, man. You gotta feed them, bro. You can't have no disgruntled employees like that. And see, that's the thing. Now, if you're connecting the dots with it, Joe wasn't paying his guys in the sense of what he had going on with these three young broads, paying their rent, doing bills there. And you damn sure got to make sure you take care of the home front, because everybody live a certain lifestyle, especially down there in beautiful Miami. You know what I mean? So, hey, it's crazy as hell. RC said, wasn't Fat Joe criticized for how he handled Big Pun? Yes, he was. I don't know all the details, but Pun wife was angry with him. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. I haven't had a chance to. I just seen the link about one of the Fat Joe's and Big Pun artists. Everybody who remember Cuban Link. Cuban Link was one of the dope rappers on Terror Squad, for real. He's doing a interview about the whole situation. I haven't had time to look at it because I was coming on here, but yeah, you know what I mean? It was crazy. It was real insane for sure. April Shower said, "Man, Nas, tell your friend to be care because they are trying to him rather than the lawyer Tyrone Blackburn, who is representing Fat Joe and Diddy, accused after he allegedly ran over process servers." Yeah, oh man. Hey, it's a, I don't it's a war going on outside. Nobody's safe from. You know what I mean? Word to the lyrics, word to hip hop. It's a war going on outside. Nobody's safe from. We got a whole war going on where we got to worry about dodging motherfucking missiles and shit. Fucking celebrities is getting lawsuits slinged on. And you know what I mean? Even celebrities is getting stabbed. You know what I mean? Allegedly, certain celebrities are being targeted in jail. All this other stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it just is a sad day you know what I mean, of the world. It really is. And it's crazy. But speaking of Rock Nation, since we on the Rock Nation topic, Nicki Minaj is accusing Rock Nation of conspiracy against her. Now, let me tell you about this whole Nicki Minaj thing. April, I'm going to get to your comment in a few minutes. I just want to lay this Nicki Minaj thing out. Nicki Minaj is on the remix on Lil Wayne's record. And she's talking about basically Rock Nation not calling, like certain people got fired from the staff of NFL. You feel what I'm saying? During the Super Bowl that was in New Orleans, which they felt like Lil Wayne should have been at the Super Bowl doing a performance of what Kendrick did in New Orleans. So, again, I don't know what's the conspiracy against her is. And when I came to do more research about it, she basically went on Twitter and said when the announcement came out that Kendrick Lamar was doing the Super Bowl, she felt like Jay-Z should have been more pushable to put Wayne in the show. Now, you got a Kendrick Lamar that's coming off a Drake beef, which now you basically tried to screw Kendrick because of your affiliation with Drake. Because why Wayne and his team didn't have a pushback on the situation? Why you, Nicki Minaj? Why you? That's my whole thing. Why you? Wayne has a whole team out there who could have been pushed back on. You feel what I'm saying? And Wayne is just not Mr. New Orleans. If you talk about New Orleans, you not only cash money, but you got to throw in No Limit in there. You know what I mean? There's so many people who could have embraced that stage of New Orleans. But I get it. You're trying to screw Kendrick over because he dissed your label mate, your boy, your best friend. You feel what I'm saying? At that time. So you wanted to screw him. But Kendrick got the number. He got the call. And again, the process of whole council who picks the entertainment for the Super Bowl, it just doesn't rely on Jay-Z. That's my whole thing. It just doesn't rely on Jay-Z. Jay-Z is a small piece of the puzzle. Because guess what? At the end of the day, they still, whatever the city the Super Bowl is in, they still go to these governors and mayors and whoever council they have, and within the 5 names of people, what they narrow it down to, they send it to the city, and that city chooses who they want for that particular Super Bowl to perform. I'm going to even go deeper in my bag and say this. You don't see motherfucking nobody beefing with Taylor Swift. You don't see nobody dealing, tweeting out, yo, such and such, what, give me another pop act other than Taylor Swift. What's her name? Andrea Grande should have been in there. Or this person should. Why is always our folks sitting there trying to knock us down? If you think about the past 3 to 4 Super Bowls, this is probably the most that we had our black and brown entertainers embrace a Super Bowl stage because of the Jay-Z's who's sitting at the table right now. Let's keep it 100. You feel what I'm saying? Let's keep it all the way 1,000. We had the Rihannas. We had the Dr. Dre's. We had the Ushers and the Kendricks. You feel what I'm saying? And ever since Dre and them did they joint in LA, everybody now feel like they need to be home from their hometown, need to be representative. If that was the case, hell, when if the next Super Bowl, if it be at MetLife Stadium in Jersey, hell, we should have Redman, we should have the Fugees, we should have Queen Latifah, we should have Naughty by Nature in this motherfucker, man. Fetty Wap, you know what I mean? We should have all types of Jersey in that motherfucker. Come on now, Nikki, stop, bro. You from motherfucking Queens. You only D-Rod Wayne because Wayne gave you that platform, and shout out to him. But just I get it. You loyal to your team, and you going against that whole ordeal because motherfucking Kendrick demolished your boy in the battle. And that's my rant on that. April Showers, thank you for being patient. April Showers said, process servers want people who serve court appearances. Yeah, they definitely do. The motherfuckers be hot over here. For real, for real. Let me see. She also said Tyrone Blackburn was arrested for allegedly running over process servers. The people are sick of the hip-hop artists showing their dirt. Yeah, of course they are. Of course they are. April Showers also said Fat Joe's lawyers was trying to serve Tyrone Blackburn with a cease letter. This is the same thing Jay-Z allegedly did. Rock Nation will fall down. They will try to make lawyers look bad. Yeah, because he did that. What's the guy named Tony Bugsby or something like that? He got that man disbarred. He got Tony Bugsby disbarred. Jay-Z did. You know what I mean? And this is my thing. I'm going to say this. If you know you ain't do shit and understand you got kids, you got children, they look on the internet, yeah, I'm going to go for your motherfucking license too. Rightfully so. One, you're not going to assassinate my empire when I build. Two, you're not going to assassinate my character. And three, you're not going to make me look like a creep out here where I got fucking children and shit. You know what I mean? Like, for real. Oh, Tony Busby was not disbarred? Or was, I don't know, but he got, April, he got a law. I think, who's suing them? I think Jay-Z is suing them. Jay-Z is definitely suing him, though. If he's not disbarred, he's definitely got a fucking lawsuit against him with Jay-Z for all of that shit that he tried to accuse Jay of. And it's in the millions. That thing is in the millions. Where now you talking about suing that man in the millions, you talking about going after his insurance company, and his insurance company will definitely fucking disbar him from that shit. You know what I mean? The insurance company will definitely drop him. So he might not be disbarred right now, but when it comes to that motherfucking court case, oh boy, yes sir. You know what I mean? I don't think so. She said Tony Bugsby will win because Jay-Z sent his people to harass the girl. I see, and that has to be proven. That has to be proven. Because right now, everybody can be bought off. Everybody recants their statement. I learned that seeing a lot of these court cases that's been going on now. You know what I mean? And basically, from the Young Doug trial, a lot of stuff that was being said where the prosecution they had a case on the YSL shit. They was just saying shit to get the fuck out of jail. You know what I mean? Now, if this girl really stick to her whole shit, we don't know. But I put it like this. Jay-Z has top-notch lawyers, bro. Top-notch lawyers. He's not going to be found guilty of none of this. Dude, I don't think Jay-Z is going to walk. Jay-Z got too many investors. He got too many people relying on him. He got too many people in his back pocket. You know what I mean? And well, I won't say back pocket, but definitely his side pockets. You know what I mean? He has a reputation of being a good businessman. I never heard nobody saying Jay-Z done bad business with them. You know what I mean? The man out in California doing fucking walks around the fucking gated community with like 5 or 6 rich other white men. Yeah. That's not going to go good. That's not going to go good for Bugsby or the girl for that matter. April Shower said, I'm gonna read it. April Shower said, first it wasn't at the party, then they wanted the girl to say he was at the party but didn't touch her. Yeah. Then they said, oh, the girl stand by her statement. Okay, cool. Now, if she stand by a statement, everything has to be proven without a shadow of a doubt. Because you know, the girl is going to say what she said. But when she hit that stand and get cross-examined, and they going to tear that every shit that they gonna manipulate that shit every which way they possibly can. For real. And the crazy part is, I think it's gonna be a female lawyer who's gonna motherfucking tear her ass down. I don't even think it's gonna be a male lawyer. You know what I mean? Like I said, he got a strong team. I think he gonna gather up a good, strong female defense team, and it's gonna be popping. Because between himself and his wife, them billionaire Carters, Jay ain't going to jail. Jay ain't going to jail. I'm going to tell you that now. He's not going to jail. It's certain shit, when you align yourself with certain people, you know what I mean? But I don't think he's going to jail. That's just my opinion. April Shallow say Jay-Z and location going down. I mean, April, that you entitled to your opinion. I personally don't see it. I think there's too much money in stake, too much reputation involved. It's too many. He's too likable. You know what I mean? He has the backing of plenty of people, and you talking about just one girl, which this lawyer is actually trying to you know what I mean, get her to stand on whatever he's stand on. So, you know, again, it has to be proven. And we can only see. And 9 times out of 10, this if they indict him, because you think about that, his name was put out there, but the indictment never really kicked in. Like doing that whole shit, Jay-Z, I don't even think, like, Jay-Z only stepped in the courtroom probably like once or twice. I think he let the lawyers handle most of the shit. And the judge, I since then, I haven't really heard about the Jay-Z name since then. Technically, since they say he was getting ready to sue Busby. April Shaw say Tony Busby can represent clients, but he has to be under the law firm that's regulation in New York. Jay-Z is a federal informant, allegedly. I mean, Blue Cantrell started to talk. Yeah. But now, it's making it seem like it's a money grab. Because like you said yesterday, April, why y'all coming after these folks now? You feel what I'm saying? Why come after these folks now? You know, like you said, forget the statute of limitation. Throw that out the window. It should be what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. You feel what I'm saying? If you feel like you've been done wrong, you've been harassed, why wait to come out now? This alleged girl, what year this supposed to happen at a Diddy party? What year? When? How old was she? You know what I mean? So it's a bunch of factors in this whole thing. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to tell you this. If Diddy walks from his situation right now, you know Jay-Z is definitely going to walk from his. That's a no-brainer. If Diddy gets out of his situation right now, Jay-Z has a strong chance of getting away with it as well. That's for sure. For real. I'm going to tell you that right now. For real. Oh, shit. April Shaw said the judge chastised Jay-Z and his new lawyer. The reason you haven't heard because Jay-Z can't prove he didn't harass or have his lawyers. Well, when they gonna put that one up? Because I would love, I guess this pub shit is so hot right now that they got the Jay-Z shit on a back burner. You feel me? But listen, I'm going to take a quick small break and I'll be back to close this thing out right here on Theory of the Culture Show, built for this radio YouTube. Yeah, and we're back, 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 and we're back. April Showers had some more statements. She said, "Man, that's the statement she gave describing the house where it happened was chilling." Mm. She said, "Unfortunately, they're black and they won't talk." That's true. That's true. You know what I mean? That's true. So overall, the moral of today's show, man, lawsuit slinging to anybody who's using their power to get people to do what they want and have control and for their needs. Y'all definitely rotting and should be going the fuck to jail. Bottom line. Now, to the people who sitting there and lying on these so-called, you know what I mean, power people and just trying to get a money grab, y'all asses should definitely go to jail too for fucking lying. But nobody deserved to be SA, SH, sexually harassed, sexually assaulted in any matter, shape, or form. It should always be a healthy work environment, you know what I mean? And with adults, it should be a thing where if you do want to pursue something with someone, make sure it's all consensual and love. You feel what I'm saying? It's all consensual and love. April Shower said Brian Aluminum, if I'm saying that right, didn't do nothing for young Doug. He pleaded guilty, had to leave Atlanta 15 years of probation. He pleaded guilty when which I pray he don't get into trouble. Well, I'm gonna tell you this, April. With that being said, Brian, they had the case won, and from even Keith Adams, who was the brother, the black bald head guy that was assisting Brian still in that case, was telling Young Thug not to take the plea. But again, they hire the lawyers. The lawyers is just a mouthpiece. Only thing I could do, like if I'm a lawyer for you, April, I can advise you not to take the plea. But if you sitting there saying I'm gonna take the plea because I want to get the hell out of here, I done served 2-3 years in this hellhole of a prison. I want to be home with my family for Christmas and everything else. And this is what they offering you. And I'm advising you, listen, we winning the case. We winning the case. We doing this. At the end of the day, you have to go back to that cell. I'm going home. But at the end of the day, you tell me what you want to do. Only thing I can do is advise you as a lawyer to be like, hey, you know what I mean? So I don't blame that on Brian Still. I kind of blame that on Young Thug's decision. You feel what I'm saying? Because if his lawyers did advise him that they were winning, that they were going to win, but Young Thug still took the plea, it's out of their hands at that point. You feel what I'm saying? She said, along with the kitchen sink. True, there are real victims. It's so hard to tell. Yeah, D Great is in the building. Shout out to my brother representing that Gudio X squad. Tomorrow will be the Hotspot show, special show right here on Built for This Radio Network. D Great will be the moderator. We will have, if y'all seen the first Hotspot show with Chief Rocker, Mill, Poe, who else was on there? Tree. It was a couple of people on there. It was a real good one. So it's gonna be the second installment of the Hotspot conversation right here on Built for This Radio Network. That's gonna be tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. Make sure y'all lock in. It's gonna be good relationship talk and everything, moderated by D Greatest for South Central. You know what I mean? This was Why did Brian Aluminum tell him to take the plea? He had a case. He didn't tell him to take the plea. He didn't tell him to take the plea. He advised him not to take the plea. Him and Keith Adams advised him not to take the plea. And Keith Adams was there in agreements when they interviewed Brian Steele and Keith. They both agreed that they told Young Doug not to take the plea. Oh, shit. They told Young Doug not to take the plea. They told him. So he chose it, April. Young Doug chose it. Because they ain't really had no... And even the juror, one of the jurors that spoke out, said, we definitely... Young Doug was going to win. We had Young Doug winning based on the prosecution. What's her name? Adrienne Love. She was fucking up everything for that whole prosecution. You know what I mean? Adrienne Love was fucking up that whole thing. And one of the jurors even said if Young Doug wouldn't have took that plea, we would have definitely found him not guilty. But he took the plea. You have transcripts. I have interviews. I have interviews on YouTube. You know what I mean? But it's neither here or there. Again, prayers out to Young Doug. Hopefully he don't do nothing crazy. Like you said, you know what I mean? It's over with. The man home. You know what I mean? Hey, you gotta look at certain people who took less of a plea deal, but he never wanted one. One of the guys, Weinstein guy, one of the jurors said, like, Young Doug never wanted to admit to what the Atlanta, Georgia people was saying about Young Doug being the gang and all this other stuff. He stood on 10 toes. You know what I mean? That's cool. I mean, you can send the transcript, April. That's cool. You know what I mean? I'm just going by what they said on the interview. These two lawyers, Brian Steele and Keith Adams, say they advised Young Thug not to take the plea. But it was his choice on taking the plea. That's all I'm saying. There's no argument. There's no argument. There's no debate. But, you know what I mean? Young Doug is home. Like you said, he just got to walk on eggshells for the next 15 years. You know what I mean? So you got to look at it in the sense of that. You know what I mean? So he's home. That case is over with. But I'm getting ready to get out of here, man. I love you all. April said this Diddy case, if you follow people and reading the transcript, not their interpretation. Second time today, crown holder got hit. What'd you say, Jungle? Hit with receipts. No, my thing is, transcripts is transcripts. I go by actual interviews. I don't read transcripts. That's my whole deal. Based on YouTube footage, I won't say YouTube footage. It was YouTube footage and news footage following the Young Doug trial and certain jurors who said about whatever the case may be. You can only go by what they lawyers is saying. I'm not saying if it was X, Y, Z, this, that, and the third. Hell, you had the guy Gunner who really was the motherfucking snitch during this whole shit. But he's out here winning Grammys and the whole shit. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't nobody talking about that. And plus, also, the rest of the YSL crew, they took plea deals for fucking not even the big ass RICO charge. Some of them will be coming home in 2 to 3 fucking years. So if Young Doug, all I'm saying is in a traditional system, you hire a lawyer. Your lawyer is your mouthpiece. He can only advise you. He cannot make you do anything you don't want to do. Same thing with the Diddy trial. If you read the transcript, how Diddy got in certain lawyers' ass in the beginning, what his team of lawyers ass, and he looked like he was yelling at them for certain shit. Even before he went in to the judge, asked him to testify, the lawyer said, "Let me rekindle with my client to make sure, Your Honor." Lawyers be hired to fight. You hire the lawyer. That's the point. They supposed to be your mouthpiece, your think piece, and everything. So they're gonna go by how you feel and what you talk about. You just sit back, you paying them the big bucks to do it. But if you go against your lawyer advisory, that's the dice you roll. You know what I mean? Hey, Junk, we done watched 9 seasons of Suits. We know that. You know what I mean? I get it. Transcripts are actual court proceedings. They are. They are. You know what I mean? I get it, April. And like I said, I'm not fighting that, but the guy is home. So obviously he went, even if the lawyers did advise him or not, he took the deal that the prosecution wanted him. He accepted it. And he didn't even, I won't know, it wasn't even the prosecution. He pleaded what you call that? A no contest. Basically, he left it in the judge hands to do that. You know what I mean? So it wasn't even the prosecution was the deal. He left it in the judge hands, and the judge, you know what I mean, gave him the 15 with time served. So that's the only way when he was able to come home, because he already served whatever time. She put him on a 15-year probation with stipulations that he cannot be in Atlanta. He only could do certain amount of shows. He only could do this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? That's how they do it. So he left that in the judge hands. Good luck to him. You know what I mean? But listen, I appreciate each and every one of y'all for tuning in, chiming in, rocking with your boy DJ Man Knox here on Theory of the Culture. Tune into the hot spot tomorrow at 8 p.m. We also got In the Game with Sam Mitchell at 5 p.m. right here on the Built for This Network channel, In the Game, One Man Cave channel as well. And, you know, the rest of the schedule of the week, man. Friday, DJ Mukadeen will be on the 1s and 2s, giving you that fabulous Friday vibe, followed by DJ Amp B from 8 to 10. You know what I mean? Saturday is pretty much a chill day. It's a pop-up day if people want to come on. Sunday, we got them gospel vibes with DJ Mukadeen from 1 to 3. And then we got Poetic Sims, the abstract, you know what I mean, lounge, right there on Raw Truth Radio from 11 to 1. Rocking with you on them Sunday Blitz, you know what I mean, giving you them vibes, that nice little Sunday vibe. And then Monday, the number one chief rocker, Jersey Vern, will be back with the Recap Entertainment Show, followed by the Raw Side of Things with Sir Bam Bam, the comedian, you know what I mean? And then Tuesday, the Jersey Connect show, myself and the number one chief rocker will be rocking 8 p.m. Eastern time. And then I will be back to you with everything hip-hop, pop, and social culture right here on Theory of the Culture Show. I love each and every one of y'all. You know what I mean? Please, if y'all got anything y'all want me to talk about in particular that I'll be missing on the news, because I do be crazy busy, you know what I mean? Email me. For real. Email me. I'm not even joking. Email me. The email is right there. Built for This Radio Network at gmail.com. And just let me know, Knox, hit this topic on your next show. Knox, talk about this. Knox, talk about that. Again, Rest in peace to the one and only, the legend Michael Jackson. You feel what I'm saying? I think Mocha, let me know if what is he celebrating? You know what I mean? I think it might be, I don't know if it's the birthday or the death. My brain is overloading right now. But rest in peace to the one and only Michael Jackson. Y'all stay safe, stay blessed out there for real. Don't forget to email me. Follow, like, subscribe. Y'all see it strolling down on the thing. Follow, like, subscribe on a on, you know what I mean, on everything. You know what I mean? Okay, this is his 16th death anniversary of Michael Jackson. So rest in peace to the legend, the icon, himself, Michael Jackson, for real. All right. So, hey, everybody, guys, again, stay blessed up, not stressed up. Remember, lean on your faith. If you haven't, this is the time to lean on your faith more than ever. For real. Because this world is crazy right now. So love your family, love on each other, and most importantly, love on yourself. You feel what I'm saying? I am your boy DJ Mad Knox, man. I'm out of here. Again, the show is dedicated to Uncle Mike, DJ Brew, and the one and only, my brother, like no other, Chiz Roundtree. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.
I can feel it in my soul. I can feel it in my soul. Yes, I can feel it in my soul as I live this life. Cheers, Roundtree.
It's that Mad Knox music.
Panoramic view of the world, man. Yeah, it's just me and my girlfriend. My niggas ain't cool as the earth spin. Middle finger up, shit. I'm just living life. Panoramic view of the world, man. Yeah, it's just me and my girlfriend. My niggas ain't cool as the earth spin. Middle finger up, shit. I'm just living life. More feet swag in the third dimension. No limitations. My thoughts are expensive. The devil trying to sabotage, but I handle business. Always had a weakness for half-naked women. No stranger to the concept of paradise. Drinking Dom Perignon, this shit feels right. Boss mode forever, trendsetters. This the new era, spilling plenty of cheddar. Jersey playboy, I'm dope, I'm way better. Oh, this is chess, not checkers. Fly shit, another stamp on the passport. Lambo the same color as a motherfucking teleport. Panoramic view of the world, man. Yeah, it's just me and my girlfriend. My niggas ain't cool as the earth spin. Middle finger up, shit. I'm just living life. Panoramic view of the world, man. Yeah, it's just me and my girlfriend. My niggas ain't cool as the earth spin. Middle finger up, shit. I'm just living life. Courtside, watch the Nets play the Heat. Young nigga preach, I stand out the black sheep. Skills on fire, some burnt up fish grease. So I could care less about the gossiping. I'm important like humans needing oxygen. Peak game, putting points on the scoreboard. So handsome, I'm plotted on by these whores. Riding out, yeah, I'm on my high horse. Legendary shit, this I will die for. Empire State, chilling on the top floor. So major, living large 40 acres. I take the money over being famous. Ahead of my time, y'all niggas outdated. I'm God's favorite, strip club connoisseur. Lick the champagne pour, we could take a bath in it. Chiz Roundtree, the name, yeah, no gimmicks. Panoramic view of the world, man. Yeah, it's just me and my girlfriend. My niggas ain't cool as the earth spin. Middle finger up, shit. I'm just living life. Panoramic view of the world, man. Yeah, it's just me and my girlfriend. My niggas ain't cool as the earth spin. Middle finger up, shit. I'm just living life. I'm just living life. Shit, I'm just living life.
Now streaming 24/7 on Roku streaming app, Also, Amazon Fire TV. Hit the search bar and type in Built for This Radio. Also, subscribe and follow us on YouTube at Built for This Radio. Twitch TV, Built for This Network. Miss Cloud, Built for This Network. Twitter at WeBFTN. Also, we got advertisement. If you need to promote your businesses, email us at bftnadvertise@gmail.com. We are Built for This Network, for the strong, not the weak.